Hi, it's Mark with At My Home, and today we're going to do a review of the Geneverse HomePower 2 Pro generator. And this thing is really cool, and Geneverse sent us this for the review. So what I really like about this is that it is a battery, right? A very powerful battery. It came in 3 boxes. One box for the generator, and this thing weighs like 60 pounds, so it's a pretty heavy box. It also came with 2 solar panels. These are 200-watt solar panels, which is pretty neat. And because it's got solar panels, it means I can either charge it up with the wall power or I can plug in the solar panels. As a matter of fact, as we're speaking right now, or you're listening right now, I've got one solar panel hooked up to this thing. It's actually charging it as we speak. I don't have it plugged into the wall. They also sent us these extra cables. They're actually extra long cables for using with your solar panels. And I really recommend that because in our case, we run this cable out our window out to our backyard. You need a lot of distance. The cables that come with it aren't that long. So if you were, like, for example, if you use this for camping, which would be a great use of this thing here, probably the cables that come with it are just fine. But if you're going to use it in our use, which is an emergency use, you want those longer cables. The other thing is I have this thing connected up to our refrigerator. So it's actually powering the refrigerator as we speak. And this is where we really think this is great. So if you think about having a generator, right? Typically what you get is a gas-powered generator. You got to put it outside. You got to be away from the house and so forth. This generator, though, can be in the house. So if we have a power outage, which happens frequently in Northern California, then we have a way of keeping our refrigerator going. And so here we are. It's plugged in. This generator comes with 3 outlets that are 120-volt outlets. It comes with 2 USB-C and 2 USB-A connections, which is really nice. It does come with buttons so you can turn the panel on and off. There's a little display that tells you how much power is being used and how much power is being generated by your solar panels coming into the generator. And it also gives you a percentage left of the generator, how long it will last. And it also comes with a light, so you can actually turn the light on here. See, you got a little light, make it brighter, you can make it blink, and you can, of course, turn it off. The other thing is that it does work with a solar panel. So like right now, the sun is shining here in California. I've got one solar panel out there. It's producing about 130 watts of power where the sun currently is. And it'll keep this battery charged more than the refrigerator is using. And that's the whole idea. And if we had to, we could actually plug in both solar panels and charge this thing up even more. So we think this is a great thing to have for emergency use to give you that capability. It's not going to power your whole house, but it is going to power the critical things like our refrigerator. On the back of the unit, there's actually 2 connections. They're for plugging in your solar panels. This is it. This is the connector to the solar panel, and it just plugs into the back. There's actually 2 of them because you can have 2 panels with this thing. We have this thing connected up, goes along the floor, goes out our window, out to the solar panels, and it's receiving power from the sun. The solar panels are good for 200 watts each, at least that's the peak. We haven't seen that much. I think the biggest I've seen is 176 where the sun's right on them. But keep in mind is you don't have to use the solar panels. You can plug it into the wall and charge it up as well, which in the emergency situation is probably how you're going to do it. You're going to plug it in, get it all charged up, unplug it, put it in a corner somewhere until you need it. And what we found is over the last month or so we've had this, is it holds the charge. It's not discharging itself. So you don't have to keep it plugged in all the time. So one of the things that this thing does is it generates up to 2,200 watts of power. That means you can power your refrigerator no problem because the refrigerator is going to take between probably 7 or 10 watts when it's not running the compressor and 150 watts when it's running the compressor, depending on your refrigerator. So it has plenty of power to power that kind of device. It doesn't have enough power to power your whole house, but it does have enough to power your refrigerator for a long time. So for example, we did an experiment with our older refrigerator. It lasted 22 hours on this generator here without plugging into the wall or without hooking up solar panels to give it power. So that gives you an idea how long things would last. And it all depends on how many things you plug in. So from a specification perspective, they claim 2,200 watts of power and 4,400 watts of surge. Now we aren't able to test that, but the idea is that if you happen to have something that kind of takes a quick little bit of power, extra power, this generator is supposed to be able to handle that. So if you have a power outage, you can power up your refrigerator and charge your iPhone, your laptop, or whatever, all from this generator inside the house. The HomePower 2 Pro also comes with an app for your phone. So we have the app installed, and it's connected up to this unit over here. And from there, I can turn on the DC, which is your USB connections. I can turn on the AC, which is the 120 volt outlets. I can also turn on the light remotely if I want to. I can also see how much power is being generated, how much is being used, and so forth. The other thing is really cool is they have a chart that shows you how much power is being generated and used over time, by day, by week, by month, and by year. So it's kind of a nice set of information you get with the app to kind of give you an idea of what's happening with your generator. Now, what's really nice about this, while the unit itself is not waterproof, the solar panels are IP67 water resistant, so you can leave them out. Matter of fact, we left them out for like a month in the storms here in Northern California, and they're performing just fine. You may notice that I have this thing on a cart. And the reason I have this on a cart, as I mentioned, it's 60 pounds in weight, so it's pretty heavy. But we got this cart, put the unit on the cart because it does weigh 60 pounds, and now we can drag it around the house. No problem at all with the cart. It does have handles though, so these handles are right here on both sides. So if you and your friend want to go and lift it, you can, or if you're really strong, you can lift it as well. So it's easy to carry from that perspective as long as you can handle the weight. The cart is the way to go. So that's it. That's the Geneverse HomePower 2 Pro. We really like it for emergency use or to bring it camping. Thank you for watching.